Hey, good afternoon. So today I'm going to be updating you on what I did today as a full-time real estate agent and a fairly new one. I've only been in here for about 5 months. So what am I doing to stay active? How am I engaging? How am I finding prospects? What am I learning? Everything like that. So today I woke up around 7:30 a.m., got ready to make some phone calls roughly about 8:30, 8:40, and right now I had the opportunity to join a team within my market center, and with that team we get expired listings and we get FSBOs, which are for sale by owners, and they are leads that are provided to us on a daily basis, and our leads get split up. So today when I woke up and I logged in, I had roughly maybe like 30 more. So we got to go through those. The first call is obviously the hardest one, especially if you only woke up about an hour before you had to do the calls. So getting to that first call was definitely a little bit difficult. You got to prepare your mind. You got to think about what you're going to say when that person answers. And after that first phone call, everything else is gravy. It's smooth. So did those for about an hour and a half. Around 10 o'clock, I got ready to get to head over to the market center and have my appointment at 11. So I have a mentor that's helping me with some of the contracts and going over my logs and just making me accountable of what actions I'm taking. So did that, and then there was a class at 12. So my meeting ended about 11:45. The class started at 12. And then from there, we were going over the newer draft of the RPA, which will be coming out, I believe, the end of the month. And then August 17th is like the big day where all the new contracts will start getting implemented. But honestly, once those contracts get released, a lot of things will automatically change within the MLS and all the guidelines. So agents will start having to use those newer contracts regardless. So after that, I was talking with one of my coaches and I was getting something like this done. Your Guide to Home Buying. Oh, sorry, I was reading it backwards. Your Guide to Home Ownership. What does that say? Yeah, home ownership. Okay. So it's about a 30-page little presentation, and it kind of just shows you the buying process. You can, input your own comments and guarantees or promises that you'd be making your buyer. So this is kind of the second page. This is what it looks like. And it just goes on and on. So build your preference profile, like what is the customer like, what are their must needs for their next home. And then towards the end of the packet, because it gets pretty extensive, there's the promise right here. So I got to update this to make it in my own words and not just use the standard one. COVID stuff we can get rid of. We don't need to do searching safely anymore. So we can just take that out. And then the last page is pretty much showing you like how to download my app. And then I have a QR code on the back as well. So I have an appointment tomorrow with one of my friends from the dealership. I worked with them for like about almost 5 years, maybe more. So sorry if it's been more, but I would say at least 5. So he's going to come down to our market center tomorrow, and we are going to talk with our lender and see what he can get approved for, and based off that number, if he's ready to move forward and, hopefully be able to sign the BRBC with him and get that going. But all of this is really a learning experience for me. Coming from the auto industry, running credit apps, asking them those type of questions of, how much their bills are, how much debt they have, how much they make for income. That's all fairly natural to me, but the whole process of doing certain contracts and just learning about real estate in general is going to be all new for me. I have learned a lot, but I never really had a client sit with me, so this is going to be actually good practice. So I'm pretty excited about that. So whether he does something or not, it's a learning experience for me. It'll probably be a learning experience for him as well. So, hopefully I'm just hoping on a good meetup tomorrow. After that, I came home roughly about 3 o'clock. Right now it's about 4:33, and I'm kind of stuck a little bit. Like, I know I need to make some more phone calls, but do I have the energy or to do it? Not that I've done a lot today, but doing phone calls periodically every day, it does get tiring, it does get repetitive, and it does get boring. That's something I talked to my mentor with. But if I don't do it, somebody else is going to be doing it, and whether their production level is way higher than mine starting off, or they're not getting anything, but at least they're putting the time in, I'm really trying to balance all that out. Make those extra phone calls for the next 30, 40 minutes, possibly get nothing, or take care of things around the house, or do A, B, or C. So I'm trying to push through. So I'm making this video to kind of inspire me to kind of keep going. I got to do something before I call it a day. If I don't make my phone calls, I'm going to work on my buyer's guide for tomorrow. I'm going to have to edit some things because it was kind of a template. I'm going to go over some scripts just to prepare myself for tomorrow morning's phone calls. Possibly I might record some live, so we'll see how that goes. But most importantly is just getting ready for my appointment tomorrow. Usually when you meet with the lender, it could take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, just depending on how many questions each person has. Luckily, my friend is pretty organized and he has all his paperwork ready to go, so hopefully it'll go a little bit quicker. But I appreciate you watching. If you want to keep tuning in, don't forget to press that subscribe button. And tomorrow will be a new day, and hopefully we get a little bit more content.